species of cetaceans which either live here or visit. So how do you know what you're looking at? Here's a few clues for the Pacific white-sided dolphin, one of which is their camouflage. Because when you look at Helen and Hannah, you'll notice they're paler on the belly and darker on the back. This is called counter shading. It actually makes it a lot more challenging to spot them when you're in the water, whether you're predator or prey. Another really good indicator of the species is their size, because they are very large, especially against harbor porpoises. When you're looking at these animals, you're looking at about 7.5 feet, 2.2 meters worth of compare their sizes to that of Jack and Daisy, the harbor porpoises around the corner, you'll see, yes, they are considerably larger. But the best indicator of what you're looking at is actually found on their backs. Now, for those of you who got cameras, camera phones, I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge. Try and get a picture of their dorsal fins as they move throughout the program. Because even between these two, there are some subtle differences. You'll notice that Helen has a much sharper crescent shape on her dorsal fin, and Hannah's is a softer triangle. And even the amount of dark and light gray on their backs is slightly different. Not only is it a good indicator of what species you're looking at, those dorsals are as individual as our fingerprints. Now, it can be very exciting to spot these animals off of our coastline, but if you're in Canada, there is such thing as getting too close. In fact, if you ever spot any cetaceans in our waters, you have to keep a distance of about 100 meters away. That's 400 feet, or about 10 times the length of this rock. If you're at all concerned about being able to identify them from so far away, you don't have to, because as we've seen, these are some of the most acrobatic animals in our oceans. But not only that, if you're lucky, you might actually hear them as well, because they can be incredibly vocal. So if you listen closely, you might hear some of the sounds that they make now. Let's give these ladies a round of applause. Those were some great sounds. Should you ever see or hear these dolphins on our coastline again, give us an idea at wildwhales.org, because every sighting adds to the information that researchers are building in their observations about these creatures. But what scientists are seeing nowadays is that, yes, dolphins are facing more and more dangers out in the ocean. And as we heard from Charlotte earlier on, fishing nets are one of those dangers. If you look closely at Helen and Hannah, you'll notice that they still do wear the scars of their entanglements. Helen's showing you how her front pectoral flippers are shorter than Hannah's. That's because of the damage she sustains while entangled in those nets. Humans may be a major danger to these animals. These two particular dolphins are actually helping to protect their species. We're participating in some groundbreaking research that simply couldn't be done with cetaceans in the ocean. For instance, researchers wanted to know just how much energy does it take to be a dolphin. Because we see they're incredibly acrobatic. Not only that, they're incredibly hydrodynamic as well. What you're seeing is a dolphin swimming 35 kilometers per hour. That's 2.3 miles per hour. Incredibly fast. So if you're going to swim that fast, jump that high, how much energy does it take just to be a dolphin at rest? To find that out, we have to ask the dolphins to do something a little bit different. We have to ask them to hold still. Now, if any of you have small mammals yourselves, you understand what a challenge that can be. But in this position, we can collect the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide, the input and output, to get an idea of their caloric intake. Finally, in 2012, we were able to determine, folks, it takes about 15,000 calories just to be a dolphin at rest. That's them eating 68 salmons a day, or you and I deciding to add about 15 more cheeseburgers to our daily diet. Anyone up for that challenge? One brave young man. Okay, it's not a good idea, but these animals are actually ambassadors for their species, sharing with us their story so that we can better help to conserve them. That's why every sighting that you report to wildwhales.org gives us more information about how we can better protect them off of our coastlines and in our oceans. But that's what every single one of you is now. By coming to the Vancouver Aquarium, you are supporting this non-profit organization, and the dollars you spend here go directly towards our pillars of conservation, education, as well as research. So thank you very much for joining us today. It is on behalf of myself, the beautiful trainers Melissa and Sean, and of course the spectacular Pacific White-sided Dolphins. Woo! secrets behind these incredible animals, which is so very vital for their continued survival. My name is Vivian, and I wish you all a fantastic day at the Vancouver Aquarium. Thank you, folks.